What does Manx mean to you and Isle of Man and rallying here?
Oh, it's the best place in the world to go rallying, isn't it? There's an old saying in the Isle of Man, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute. Because normally within a minute everything changes. Closed roads have been a feature of the Isle of Man for many, many years, since the start of the TT.
You see the old films of all the rallying around here, it's just unbelievable roads. And when you actually have driven them, then it's just, well, you sort of tick it off the bucket list.
It's just an amazing place to go, any motorsport really, but rallying in particular, because there's some fantastic classic stages that haven't changed for tens of years, you know. Great place to go rallying.
Yeah, it's a really crazy rally because the roads are so narrow. Yeah, both mirrors have contact to the bushes at the same time, and you go really fast. And roads are bumpy. You have to get used to it.
Have no idea what to expect. Everybody's given me loads of advice. None of it makes any sense. We'll just see it as we find it, and yeah.
You look at the entry list, it's the champions and the who's who of road rallying, regularity rallying. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be tough competition?
This is the first one of these events I've done. A rough idea of what to do, but I haven't got the faintest. This is all new to me.
Because the island is so small, and we have 26 tests and regularities, it goes boom, 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 boom. Test, regularity, test, regularity. There are no large link sections. I think it's pretty tough. It will be pretty tough.
Every class has somebody that could win it. There's no class that you think that's a bit of an easy class. It's just absolutely full on. But yeah, we're just here for the experience, get rounds, get done, see how we do. Yeah?
I think it's one of the best rallies. It's certainly up with the RAC now, you know, the Rally of the Tests with the entry list and everything like that.
So a bit like the Rally of the Tests, it's bang, 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 one after the other, isn't it?
From getting off the ferry last night, I got to say, Scrutineering and the hotel, I've never been scrutineered, hotel, checked in, everything ran seamlessly. So if the rest of the day runs like that, it'll be a great day's rallying.
Isle of Man, what does it mean to you?
Well, it always meant the TT for me, so I came into rallying a bit later after the motorcycling, and it's just great to be back, and yeah, I love it here. Yeah,
and here you are in the TT pit lane on 4 wheels instead of 2.
Yeah, couldn't be better, could it?
The Isle of Man means a very tough event, not much sleep, challenging both sides of the car, and iconic.
30 years ago, this was the place to come for tarmac rallying. There are 2 rallies, Manx National and the International, and it was just phenomenal.
Well, Three Legs of Mann are putting it back on the map, so it'll be all right again.
Yeah, no, hopefully.
Yeah, the Isle of Man to me means a lot. My parents have lived here a long while. My father unfortunately passed away and was just over here. And Comfort TT, Comfort Rallies, so I love coming here.
But you're in the famous orange box, what a car!
Yeah, well, we decided to bring it because in 1964 it did the event with Roy Mappel and Tony Mason, so we thought let's give it an airing. I've just been passed this by a navigator. What's this all about? You don't get this in racing, do you?
Been here before?
Been here as a stage driver, yeah, quite a few times, but it was a long time ago. Last time I competed here was '88, so that shows you how long ago that is.
Is it first regularity rally? You're a stage man?
I am an ex-stage man, but I've done a lot of the HRCR stuff over the last couple of years, so this is the first time doing it.
It's my first time on the island, first time on this event, so I don't really know what to expect. Everyone's just said it's massively intense.
It's going to be a very long day, yeah. But it's what we've come for. It's a proper challenge.
Always hopeful to do well. I've got a very, very good navigator called Mark in with me. Apparently he's done quite well in the past, so just can't wait to get started. Really happy to be here.
So a few nerves?
Yeah, always. If you haven't got nerves, then there's something wrong with you, I think.
We were doing really well. The first regularity went brilliantly, and then came down for the time section, and I couldn't engage gears, so it was a clutch problem. Luckily, one of the sweeps was carrying a thrust bearing, and then even more fortuitous, a van full of tools turned up, and an hour and a half later we're on the road again, but OTL unfortunately.
Stephen, contrast for you, 911 okay?
I think 911 is going very good indeed. It's a good strong car, it's doing the regularities as it should do, it's performing well. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I don't follow in this fella's footsteps. And
Can you ask your agent just to send us a little invoice for your fees for this interview?
you couldn't afford my fees for this interview.
Around Derby Airfield, which was hilarious in the Volvo.
And you're doing that at night? Yes, you are.
I have no idea where we're going. That's Mark's job.
We're at lunch on leg 1. They've done 8, even 10 tests I think already, and 4 regularities, so everybody seems to be happy.
Ali, so far so good?
Yeah, not done any major errors other than wrong slots on the road section, so yeah, good morning, getting back into it, enjoying the 911.
Steve, you appear to be enjoying the Ford. You're a bit tail happy.
Well, yeah, I like to make a splash. So
hang it out a bit.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been a bit scrappy this morning. I've made 2 mistakes on tests, which has cost us about 20 seconds, but it's a long run.
Where
it's a long
are
way
you
to go.
about at the moment?
3rd, I think.
But we're doing all right. The tests have gone well. We went quickest in class on most at tests, a couple of second in class, but in general going really well. Car's not missed a beat. I mean, if you're not aware, we had a misfire last night and we've not cured it, and it's just cured itself, so what can you say?
Probably the best historic road rally crews in the country are all on the island here. I couldn't really pick who's going to win any of the top 10 realistically, and some results are coming in and it's proving that. They're all tight and they're all doing really well.
3, 2, 1, go!
For its weather. If you don't like it, you just drive to a different part of the island, and we've driven to pretty much every part of the island today, and we've had pretty much every sort of weather, so it's all good.
Amazing night though. Very, very difficult, really, really tough. Wet, rain, fog, wind.
The fog was horrendous. It was pouring with rain, slippery forest tracks. Some people enjoyed it, I didn't. I thought it was horrible.
Everything that the Isle of Man could throw at us with the rain, sleet and thick fog in front of your face. No, absolutely incredible evening, especially on the airfields and the plantations. No, really good.
Enjoyed it?
Very much so.
Yeah, it was very intense. You know, you couldn't lose concentration for a moment or you'd be going the wrong way. So no, it was great. You know, a great night section, just keeping the pressure up the whole way. So yeah, loved it.
Fantastic. We love TC sections now. Yeah. Really, we do. Yeah.
As always, Mr. Woodcock surpassed himself. It was fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's been a fabulous evening, it really is.
Fog was a challenge.
We were worried there was going to be a lot of fog, but mainly cars getting in our way rather than fog, I think, today.
So good adrenaline?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah.
I was a little bit too eager in the fog, and downhill I was a little bit too fast and put it in the ditch. The car is okay, but I couldn't get out of the ditch on my own, so it took 30 minutes for the service track to pull me out.
We just made too many mistakes today. Well, this evening. Today was all right. It's when it got dark and foggy, it all went wrong.
Until we see the results, we don't know, but we've had a cleanish run through. Joe's done well. It was hard.
In terms of the leaderboard?
I think we're probably at the top of it, but you know, you never really know what everyone else has done, so we'll wait and see.
I'd imagine we're at the bottom of the board somewhere. We've dropped a few minutes, so yeah, we won't be bothering the engravers, as the expression goes.
What a great night's rallying. That is just proper rallying. Awesome, Tony. It was an awesome night.
You know, we had a pretty good run last night, not too bad. Very difficult to see in the dark, in the fog and the dark on some of those plantations. I'm sure everybody said slippy, can't see any of the turn-ins. We missed a couple of slots and got a couple of 1 minute penalties, but generally kept going.
Last night was just the best ever. I knew it was going to be good, but I just couldn't believe how good it was. It was ace, and it didn't feel perfect, but we loved it, absolutely loved it.
We had a really, really fantastic night last night. It was essentially like a night rally last night, that's where I started. TC sections in the lanes and little whites and things, that's what we grew up with.
So what about this day today? Final leg, how are you going to play it?
Last night was our strong bit, so today is just managing, I think. If we can hang on to third, it'll be over the moon, but we'll just see.
I'm sure there's a few tricks yet to come. We've got 6 regularities left, 9 tests, some closed road tests, so I don't know what to expect. I'll just do what Mark tells me.
So rallying in the Isle of Man, do you give it a big tick?
Yeah. I mean, it's completely different from the rallying that I've done here in the past. I've done the state, you know, I've done the Manx National 3 or 4 times, and I did the International in '84 in a Corolla. But this is just completely different. You certainly feel the history of it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, it's gone absolutely unbelievable. We had everything the island could throw at us. Last night we had fog, plantations were muddy, but the crews have just come in this afternoon and gone, this was awesome. You know, the island's delivered, and that's why we keep coming back.
Steve, Graham, massive congratulations. Podium, Three Legs of Mann 2023. How are you feeling, Steve?
I'm just absolutely buzzing. Yeah, I mean, I just set myself a target of getting to the finish, so to be on the podium is just amazing.
Graham, hard work?
It was very hard work, yeah, it was exceedingly challenging. It feels like it's deserved finishing third because the amount of effort both of us put in, driving really well, quickly, committed in the dark and the fog last night, working really hard on the maps to make sure we didn't miss any of the very many tricky slots.
Paul, nearly, not quite, but a great second place.
Yep, Tony, bridesmaid again. I don't know what I've got to do to beat Willem. I entered a nice little rally in the Isle of Man thinking no one else would turn up, and the bugger comes and does it and he beats me again.
Quite a performance through the night and hanging on today as well. Was it tough today?
Yeah, we gave ourselves a bit of a challenge this morning.
I was going to say we made it tough for ourselves.
Yeah, made it
didn't we?
interesting.
Yeah. It's the second time I've been over on this event, second time I've won it, so that's good to come back and keep that winning record. Maybe I'll have to come back again for a hat trick. The result, it's great, but the fact that we've had so much fun and had so many laughs in the car over the last couple of days, that's what makes it.
Having lots of enjoyment as well, seeing all the classic Manx venues as we've gone around and go, oh, this is where so and so had their off, or this and that. It really makes the event having that history attached to it.
Looking at the entry list of this event, you had certainly the top 12, top 15 navs in the entire country. I feel incredibly close competition, but interesting enough, all three top navigators this weekend are all ex-road rally navs. So it's the experience in that field that showed through this weekend, I think.
And a great win for Dan and Mark. They've been at the front, from lunchtime on leg one. Martin and Paul pushed them, and then a great result for Steve Head on his first ever hero event with Graham. So yeah, it's been an interesting event, and it's a place that's dear to my heart, and I can't wait to come back.
Just what a fantastic machine. It looks so unlikely, but actually it's better than it looks. It's a quick thing and it goes well.
60 years since the first ever rally on the Isle of Man in 1963, run by Roy Fiddler and Don Barrow. And we come back and we've celebrated that. As we said at the welcome dinner, we've got the original cups to present to the winners tonight, which is a great feat of history for them to see some of the names that are on there. So yeah, really pleased with what it's gone, and great for the island to celebrate that 60 years.